America's first competition talk show. You're in the hub.
Your best friend is suing you for $600 million.
Mr. Zuckerberg, do I have your full attention?
No.
Good day, welcome to the Hub. I'm your host, Joel Aaron, joined all this week by Robin and Mr. Clean, back for yet another appearance selling soap. And we are just glad to have you aboard. We had the movie come out a couple weeks ago, The Social Network, and Mark Zuckerberg is now a household name. He's the one everyone loves to hate. We know this because he is hated so much he felt like he had to go donate $100 million to charity and talk about it on Oprah. So we've got to talk about it. And they released a study off of myway.com that suggested that there are 5 main reasons why you could be unfriended from Facebook. One of the top ones, they said, reasons why you could be unfriended, is for spouting off too much religious and political talk. I have 1,950 liberal friends all over the country living vicariously through my Facebook wall posts. And if it weren't for me running my mouth about politics and religion, they would not be my friends. They're self-loathing, but they get off by hating me. And that's how it works. And I think that's the reason why they love it. Honestly, I think it actually supports your Facebook profile to talk about politics and religion.
We all have that section of friends that just love to hate it, but they just can't wait to see what you're going to say next, just so they could try to defeat it, even though they can't.
Yeah,
or they try.
And it's a lack of logic skills, but it's great for us to point that out to them. They don't know we just pointed it out, but it's still fun. Jaron, I mean, you do this all the time. You're the world's worst culprit.
Pretty much, pretty much. But I'm pretty sure that of my 300 and something friends, that 299 have just hid me from their profile. So it just shows that they're still a friend, but they never have to see any of my boring drivel. So that probably solves most of that right there.
People can hide me?
Yes.
Yeah, they can hide you, unfriend you. They also said your offline behavior actually impacting your online behavior, whether they keep you around as a friend or not. And I can see some of that, except that, I mean, how much of Facebook is actually reality? Virtual world, real world? I mean, honestly, folks, I
really screen my friends on Facebook before, you hit that accept button. You're like, well, I don't know. This guy could be kind of shady.
Yeah. So I did a background check. I mean, I guess they go through this when you're hiring somebody now. But, I mean, really, it's like, you're really severing the umbilical cord from your real life, aren't you? I mean, living online, Facebook, how much does it really support the other? And how much do you really know what you're getting? That's the other thing.
Well, it's a good way to stalk people, so that's always nice.
You definitely can stalk people. Those people that are out there going, ooh, sushi, yum. It's like, okay, you had sushi last night, Mexican the night before, Thai the evening before. That's okay, but is that going to let me know a little bit more of who you are, even though I haven't seen you since high school?
Yeah, I don't need that you checked into Publix. I don't really need that.
Foursquare.
Well, it is really a testimony to how much the Facebook world has really taken over everything, in that it's actually taken over the political world. If you want to talk about late adoption, talk about the political world, all right? And I mean, we all saw this during Barack Obama a couple of years ago. Well, now there are candidates all over the country that are incorporating Facebook into their campaign models for 2010. For example, Maryland, Robert Ehrlich, he's running for governor for the job he used to have. He's trying to get it back in Maryland. He has something like 58,000 odd friends on Facebook now. All of them odd because they're with, after all, Ehrlich. And then Governor Martin O'Malley, he's got 24,000 supporters on his page. And what they're finding out is it doesn't necessarily translate to activists. You can have all these friends, but you don't have a clue what to do with them, so you waste a lot of time online. I mean, honestly, is there really a lot of carryover there, do you think?
I think it's in how you use it. I mean, I'm friends with Joe Miller, who's the Alaska's Senate candidate.
Who could also see Russia from his house.
Yeah, he can also.
In November.
He can attack Russia from his house, I think. But that's why we like Alaska.
Successfully. Oh yes. Keep that land. If you sell that to Chi Coms Obama, I'm going to find you. I swear.
But I'm not doing anything for his campaign. I just I like what he says, so I said, oh yeah, sure, and done. And that's what probably 85% of these people's fans.
But like doesn't necessarily mean a vote. Like just
Right.
means I want to follow you.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
I
I
wanna
mean,
stalk your
and the same
campaign.
thing with Twitter and Facebook. I mean, you've got how many of those 50,000 people that like him either liked him just to see his wall so they can understand what he's like. Maybe they're from an opposing party and just wanted to stalk, as you said.
Yeah.
And you know, and quite frankly, I'll like a position just to be able to understand a little bit more about it, see its wall, and understand. And do I go through the process of disliking? I got what I needed, and I moved on.
Well, but see, and the other thing is they don't have Chris Hughes. All these campaigns now don't have a super nerd working for their campaign. Chris Hughes, the guy that Obama hired, who was one of the co-founders of Facebook originally, and revamped their whole site. He created all these new apps and all these stuff that they used, and that really really won the day. I mean, right now the DNC though has got some really killer apps out there. They have one app that actually will, when you're walking through a neighborhood, it will tell you where Obama supporters are, so that you can save time. I think they also created a status update app that routes your away messages to the foreclosure law firm that they've contracted with to turn you around, and that's working swell too.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Robin, I mean, this is. I mean, it does tell me one thing. If I'm a Republican right now trying to run around and get people to vote, knock on doors, I just walk with the Democrats because they've got a great app that tells me exactly who I need to rule out and go talk to on the other side.
As you were saying that, I went, okay, well, here's my map, and everything with the star I avoid, and everyone else has a brain. Okay, that house I'll go to.
There's nothing partisan about this program. I mean, come on, the benefit of the doubt here. But they're saying, I mean, they've got some, some really amazing things. I mean, they've got some candidates like Vincent Harris, who's working for McDonald right now. Robert McDonald's campaign in Virginia for the Virginia
Ronald McDonald, I love his hamburgers. They're so good. And they got that Monopoly game right now. It's good.
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
They are.
It's christened with the Obama-nopoly, which is.
Well, they do like their Main Street.
I gotta
Wait,
get
no,
their
they
iPhone
don't.
app.
Boardwalk.
Yeah, well, Obama-nopoly
Street.
is where you take the land in the Midwest, which could actually produce oil, sell it to the Chi-Coms who you already sold Boardwalk to.
Right.
That's
Nice.
Obama-nopoly.
Nice.
And you've got all this stuff going on, and you've got some interesting apps. They've got this one iPhone app that tells you what we already talked about, and then I'm still waiting for the ag candidates to start selling Farmville seeds for campaign contributions. And when that happens,
That's a good idea. I think they should do that.
we've learned how to game it.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
grown my field here.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm growing my field as we speak. I mean, I there's just so many things here. Barney Frank's boyfriend, Barney Frank. It could be a ringtone. It would annoy the hell out of you. You want to drive off the road. You could be a what?
It could be a wingtone.
It'd be a wingtone. So it's like hunting rabbits right out of Congress. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. You could, do you think there's a bright future though? Are they still trying to figure out how to use new technology?
Well, that's what it is. They're still trying to figure out how to use it. I mean, I'm on. One of the things that is mistaken is that just because you like some of these people on Facebook doesn't mean you actually like these people. I'm signed up for Roy Barnes text messages. I can't stand the guy, but I like to see what he says in them. And he doesn't use them very well either. But some people use them to get the vote out or to get people to call into shows and to move people into things. And it's just a matter of finding the right use for that kind of stuff and then using it. Right now they're using it like newspapers, and that's just not going to work.
Well, one thing they're trying to do is they're trying to cope with the new reality, which is new media now gives us the ability to be one step ahead of everything.
Yeah,
and for so long they felt like they could obfuscate every issue, and now the people are demanding they be honest because we have a way to find them out.
Oh,
So.
yeah, you can do a wiki search just from your phone. I mean, you can look up anybody from your phone. You can search them on Facebook, and while you're talking to them, figure out if they're telling the truth or not. But what I thought was
Stalk
interesting
them
about
while
those,
you're talking to them.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm stalking my date while I sit across the table
It
from her.
only cost me $69.99.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
But the thing is about those text messages, they're using this as a new platform in which to reach new voters. And the research about O'Donnell, he's only reaching 9,000 people through that. And when it comes to the polls, only 9,000 is not going to help you one way.
He's such a freaking underachiever. That's the reason we're
Yeah,
really screwed
yeah.
in this country. We've got too many underachievers running for Congress.
Hey, hi.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll see you tomorrow on the Hub.